Solve giving your answer to one decimal place. So we need to find a common denominator, and an easy way of finding a common denominator, even though it might not be the lowest common denominator, is just by timesing the bottom. So I could have 1 plus 4x times x minus 1. So to get from x over 1 plus 4x to 1 plus 4x times x minus 1, then I need to times by x minus 1. So I'm going to have x times x minus 1. And to get from 3 over x minus 1 to a common denominator of 1 plus 4x times x minus 1, I'm going to need to times by 1 plus 4x. So I'm going to have 3 times 1 plus 4x. So I've now got several different grid methods. I've got this one here, so x times x minus 1. I've got this one here, which is 3 times 1 plus 4x. And then I've also got the one on the bottom, which is the same for both, and that's a double grid. So it's 1 plus 4x times x minus 1. So let's start filling those in. So I've got x squared minus x. I've got 3 plus 12x. And I've got x minus 1 plus 4x squared minus 4x. And if I can now start putting it all back together, so I've got x squared minus x all over. I'm going to just simplify this first. So I've got x take away 4, I've got 4x squared, x take away 4x is minus 3x, and then minus 1. So the bottom is going to be 4x squared, take away 3x, minus 1. And then that's adding, let's just check in the question, yep, it was adding. Adding 3 plus 12x, again all over 4x squared minus 3x minus 1. And if I check back in the question, that's all equal to 2. So I'm just going to put everything onto one line now. So I've got x squared minus x plus 3 plus 12x all over 4x squared minus 3x minus 1 equals to 2. I'll just do some simplifying on the top. X squared minus x plus 12x is plus 11x plus 3 all over 4x squared minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 2. Right, so we're now getting to the point when we need to do balance methods. So I want to get rid of all of this, so I'm going to times both sides by all of that. So I've got left on this side, I will have x squared plus 11x plus 3. And then I'm going to do 2 times everything here. So I'm going to end up with 8x squared minus 6x minus 2. Now I should be looking at this and thinking, oh, it's looking like something I can factorise or do the quadratic formula on. Now to do that, what I need to do is get everything equal to 0. So I'm going to do that by taking everything away from this side. I'm going to make this side equal to 0. So I'm going to take away the x squared, and that's going to make that 7 squared. I'm going to take away the 11x, and that's going to make it minus 17x. 6x, take away 11x is minus 17x. I'm going to take away the 3, minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. If we look back at the top of the question, we will be able to see that we need to give our answer to one decimal place. So, that's giving us a hint that you can't factorise it. You're going to have to use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So let's just write down what our letters are. So a is 7, b is minus 17, and c is minus 5. And let's just plug them in. So I've got minus 17, so that's just 17, plus or minus the square root of minus 17 squared minus 4 times 7 times minus 5 all over 2 times 7. Now I'm going to get my calculator and I'm going to plug that in all at the same time, so using my fraction button. So I've got 17 plus the square root of brackets minus 17 squared minus 4 times 7 times minus 5 all over 2 times 7. So my first answer, and it did say to 2 decimal places, so my first answer, did it say 2 or 1? Let's just have a look. 1 decimal place. So my first answer, x is equal to 2.7, or x is equal to, I'm just going to backspace, press the backspace on my calculator and remove the add and put a minus instead, or x is equal to minus 0.3.